afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Friday. What we call it around here?
Little Friday, as they say on the morning show.
Little Friday?
I like that, too.
That is good. We'll get to the weather in just a second, but first, here's what's making news on this Thursday. UW system officials say they are ready to test up to 350,000 students for COVID-19 as they return to campus.
Health officials say the pandemic has led to more opioid overdoses. We'll tell you what doctors say needs to be done.
And for 8 out of the last 10 days, more than 1,000 people have died of COVID-19 across the country. Now, experts say 10 new cities could be the next hotspots. Let's take a look outside. A little warmer today, a little more humid, but still very nice outside. Out on the water, that's the place to be. Warming back up, though. Chris Reese is in the backyard, and it could be almost hot by the weekend.
It will be hot by the weekend. That's one thing that's for sure. But all week long, you've heard me talk about how we're gradually warming up a couple degrees each and every single afternoon. Here we are, a little bit warmer this afternoon than we were at this time yesterday. Temperature-wise, we're right at 77. Some areas are oh so close towards the 80-degree mark, and some folks did make it into those low 80s as we went through the rest of the afternoon. We'll see those temperatures gradually begin to fall back through the 70s going through the rest of the afternoon, and then eventually into the 60s and upper 50s headed into tonight. But here's how things look outside. I'm expecting another pleasant evening if you want to take advantage of your opportunities to enjoy the outdoors without too much sweat or too much humidity in the air. Still no showers or thunderstorms to threaten any plants, so that's certainly fantastic news. But that changes by the weekend. Saturday is a day that could feature multiple chances for showers and thunderstorms, and then as we get into Sunday afternoon and evening, we could see another chance for showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could be on the strong side. We're going to be watching that severe weather potential for Sunday for sure. Traffic-wise, things continue to shape up smoothly for us. Let's hopefully keep it that way. We'll, of course, have that full traffic report coming your way at 4:45. Not before weather, though, at 4:30.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. The UW system says they are prepared to test up to 350,000 students for coronavirus this fall semester.
It's part of the UW plan to safely reopen. Our Adam Duxter is live on the UW Madison campus with the latest on the announcement and where the money for those tests is coming from. Adam?
Yeah, Mark and Susan, UW-Madison is actually the only school in the UW system not impacted by today's news, as they've already got $8 million of funding of their own. But for the other 12 schools in the system, today marks a major step forward in bringing students back to campus this fall. Now, as for that funding itself, it's significant. $32 million coming from Governor Evers, allocated as part of the Federal CARES Act. Now, that money will go towards 35,000 PCR tests, which are nasal swabs, and those will go to students who are showing coronavirus symptoms. The rest of the testing done will be antigen testing, and that'll be done every other week in residence halls. Now, Interim Systems President and former Governor Tommy Thompson says the plan put in place will help to keep students safe.
We think we've taken pretty much all the the requirements necessary from CDC and from the Department of Health and Human Services, both at the federal and state level, to open up safely, and that's our ultimate objective.
Now, this plan will not help teachers or faculty who Thompson says will need to be tested by their own doctors and own healthcare providers. Now, should there be an outbreak, Thompson says students could be quarantined in a special dorm or even a nearby hotel should that dorm fill up. However, he says those plans are still very much in the works.
Adam Duxter live on campus. Adam, thank you. More than 58,000 people in Wisconsin have tested positive for COVID-19 since March. The state is also continuing to head toward 1,000 deaths. The good news, however, the percentage of positive cases within the last day or so remained low. At least 50 more people have been admitted to the hospital.
Coronavirus cases continue to spike across the country. The U.S. is approaching 5 million cases since the pandemic started. More than 150,000 Americans have died. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine tested positive for coronavirus hours before he was set to host President Trump's visit to Cleveland, and 2 weeks after issuing a mandatory mask mandate. Although he's not showing symptoms, the governor will self-quarantine for the next 2 weeks at home. In Florida, residents continue to line up for coronavirus tests. The state surpassed 500,000 infections yesterday. The positivity fatality rate has hovered around 16% for the past 2 weeks in Miami-Dade, Florida's most populated county. Florida's largest teachers union is suing the state over having to report to their classrooms. Today, the governor declared school sports should resume this fall.
I think it's critical that we have boys and girls sports available. Those are moments that they're not going to be able to get back, particularly the seniors.
In Los Angeles, officials are cracking down on large house parties. The mayor is threatening to shut off water and electricity to houses and businesses that host illegal large gatherings.
President Trump is in the critical battleground state of Ohio, where he's taking executive action on medical supplies. Minutes after arriving, he went after his political rival, Joe Biden.
We're running against a radical left ideology. Their messenger is Sleepy Joe.
Ahead of this trip, Biden also slammed the president as, quote, desperate to distract from his own failures. Later, President Trump toured a Whirlpool factory. Ohio's governor, as Mark mentioned, Mike DeWine, tested positive for COVID-19 shortly before the president arrived, so he was not allowed to greet the president. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, negotiations continue on a coronavirus relief bill.
Unemployed Americans need these endless talks to finally bear fruit.
It will only get worse if we do not make the necessary investments. Pay now or pay later, much more later.
Nearly 1.2 million Americans filed new unemployment claims last week, and about 16 million Americans are receiving jobless benefits. The Democrats want to maintain the expired $600 weekly payments as part of a large-scale relief measure. Republicans want to cut that amount. The president has threatened to take executive action if the talks fail. Well, since the pandemic began in Wisconsin, opioid overdoses and related deaths have increased in the state and across the country.
Yeah, that's according to the CDC. Melissa Kim joins us now with more on why this is happening. Melissa?
Well, let's think back to before COVID-19. The fight against the opioid crisis got a lot of attention, but since the pandemic, those stories have been overshadowed, of course, by coronavirus. Between January and June of this year, the Madison Police Department got 139 overdose calls compared to 102 in the same time period last year. That's a 36% increase. So far in 2020, there have been 20 opioid-related deaths in Madison, and it's on pace to be more than the 29 total all of last year. And according to Dr. Michael Miller, who is in the Department of Family Medicine and Community Health at UW School of Medicine and Public Health, people just aren't getting the help that they need for a number of reasons.
We have changed the delivery system quite a bit to allow for ways to treat people that we weren't using before, but still, like even for hearts and stomachs, people are afraid to come in to health facilities, and some people really don't care for the telehealth platforms no matter how easy they may be to use. So people less connected, more distant, less access to treatment, less participation in treatment has translated into more use, more overdoses, more death.
And on top of that, Dr. Miller says the pandemic has forced people into greater social isolation and initially restricted patients from treatment programs. He called it a quote-unquote perfect storm, fueled, of course, by the economy. So certainly something that doctors and health professionals are keeping an eye out for.
Those are troubling numbers. Melissa Kim, thank you. More murals on State Street have been defaced. A handful near the bottom of State Street have Black Lives Matters crossed out in spray paint, replaced with ALM for All Lives Matter. It's unclear when the vandalism happened, but a viewer notified News 3 Now about it last night. Several artists spoke out after other messages on murals were changed from defund the police to defend the police.
The nation's most powerful pro-gun organization is now facing a lawsuit that could shut it down following an 18-month investigation. New York State is accusing NRA leaders of using donations as a personal piggy bank. The NRA is fighting back, saying the allegations are politically motivated. Michael George has the latest.
New York's Attorney General wants to dissolve the National Rifle Association.
The organization went unchecked for decades, while top executives funneled millions into their own pockets.
In a lawsuit filed Thursday, New York State alleges 4 NRA leaders, including Executive Vice President Wayne LaPierre, failed to manage NRA funds and failed to follow state and federal laws.
They used millions upon millions of dollars from the NRA for personal use, including for lavish trips for themselves and their families. In addition to grossly misusing these funds for personal use, Mr. LaPierre created an illegal pass-through arrangement to conceal the very nature of these expenditures.
In a statement, NRA President Carolyn Meadows says this was a baseless, premeditated attack on our organization and the Second Amendment freedoms it fights to defend. She adds, our members won't be intimidated or bullied in their defense of political and constitutional freedom. The NRA is registered as a non-profit here in New York. While the organization is struggling financially, it still boasts more than 5 million members and fiercely defends gun ownership rights. President Trump is a big supporter.
That's a very terrible thing that just happened. I think the NRA should move to Texas and lead a very good and beautiful life.
The NRA says it will countersue New York State, which could set the stage for a legal battle that lasts for years. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And the lawsuit accuses LaPierre of using NRA trips to the Bahamas over 3 years.
Well, there's still to come at 4. Children, mental health, and the pandemic is straining mental health facilities.
We'll find out how COVID-19 has increased the need for mental health care for children when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
The golf range and suites of By10's Golfland provide safe fun. Golf range buckets and balls are sanitized after each use, and high-touch areas are regularly sanitized. Full grill and bar service is provided safely to your golf suite by waitstaff. Try fun, easy-to-play top tracer games like Go Fish, only at By10's Golfland.
Today, we're facing a serious threat. We have to meet it as one country. Numbers don't lie. Infection rates are now going up in more states than they're going down. We got to fight this together. Wear a mask. Keep your distance. Limit the size of crowds. It may be inconvenient. It may be uncomfortable, but it's the right thing to do as an American. We need a president who will level with the American people. President will tell us the unvarnished truth. President will take responsibility instead of always blaming others. President will listen to the experts, follow the science, allow them to speak. President will lead, be an example for the nation. We have to do all we can to keep our fellow Americans safe and healthy. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Today, some things do stand firm. Those you can lean on, the things that matter, and the importance of you being you. That's why, no matter the type of care you need, or the way you need it, we're here every day, safe and ready. Because wherever you are in your world, you're the focus of ours. Safe care your way. Unity Point Health Meriden, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
By10's Golfland offers 3 award-winning 18-hole miniature golf courses, 2 outside and 1 inside, all open day and night. Have peace of mind. Miniature golf clubs and balls are sanitized after each use, and high-touch areas are regularly sanitized. Enjoy safe fun for everyone at By10's Golfland.
Nearly 93% of all new cars have at least one available advanced driver assistance feature.
They can help maintain your lane, speed, and distance from other cars, even automatically hit the brakes. But AAA tested 5 advanced driver assistance systems and found, on average, they encountered an issue every 8 miles. Last month, a Tesla slammed into an Arizona state trooper who was stopped on the side of the interstate. Its driver told troopers the autopilot was active, and new research from AAA found issues in the advanced driver assistance systems of several other automakers. 66% of the time, they hit a simulated disabled vehicle during closed course testing.
I think people watching this are going to wonder if they have this in their cars, is this kind of technology safe to use on the everyday road?
AAA believes this technology is safe if the person that is using it uses it correctly. I think we've seen some instances where that's not the case.
Car makers say they are reviewing the findings but believe this technology can save lives and avoid crashes. But the most important safety feature is the driver. Another positive day on Wall Street with the tech sector leading the way. The Dow Industrials added 185 points, closing at 27,386. The Nasdaq added 109 points for yet another record close. The S&P 500 added 21 points. Well, growing rates of childhood mental health issues have strained the services available to help them.
In fact, demand for services at Unity Point Health Meritor's Child and Adolescent Psychiatry Hospital has increased 77% over the last 10 years. But more children are now getting the treatment they need, thanks in part to a $13 million expansion of the inpatient facility. Dr. Katie Schmidt is a child and adolescent psychiatrist, and she is the medical director of the hospital. Katie, welcome back to Live at 4.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me again.
Good to see you. The last time I saw you, the hospital was a construction site. You have doubled the footprint of the existing hospital. So tell us a little bit about what you did and how that's changed what you're able to do for families.
Yeah, this has been just an incredible experience for everybody involved. We have been able, as you said, to double the footprint. We've gone from 20 patient rooms to 30 patient rooms, so we can take care of many more kids in the hospital. We have added so many new therapeutic spaces, a yoga room, a new school room, new therapy spaces for groups. We have a kitchen on site now that was really supported by the Culver Foundation, so the kids get Sundays on Sunday. We have staff support spaces, which is really important. And then I think one of the coolest parts is that we have a new outpatient space, so not only bringing more kids to the inpatient unit, but also able to open up a whole new service to take care of the kids during the day. And that's been a real important part of this expansion as well. So not only new spaces, but renovated spaces so that the kids can really be in a positive, bright, colorful, calming environment.
Yeah, we're seeing some video. It is very inviting and homey, that's for sure. Katie, how has the pandemic increased the need for mental health services for children?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And Meritor has remained open to treating kids in person throughout the pandemic. Actually, just last month, we took care of almost 25% more kids in the hospital than we did in July of 2019. So we're definitely seeing an increase in need. I would say the common themes are that kids are just so stressed secondary to the social isolation. There's so much uncertainty. Kids aren't able to go do the extracurricular activities. They're not able to connect with their friends. So we've seen them really struggle with that. And I would say that that's really hard as a staff, just to kind of work through those issues with the kids, because we can't recommend those extracurriculars or get them back hooking up with their friends and other things that they used to do as methods of distraction.
Yeah, adolescence is hard enough without a pandemic on top of it. But how are you safely taking care of kids and their families with the COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, and that's a great question too. We've done so many things, and it's definitely been a group effort between the staff here and administration supporting us in that, and facilities and the families. So I'll break it up into kind of two different pieces. The staff, we are wearing masks at all times when we are in the hospital. We are screening ourselves for symptoms and taking our temperature before we come into the building. And then with the patient, so every kiddo that's admitted to the hospital, we do run a COVID screen for to make sure that they're healthy. All of the kids on the unit wear masks their entire stay. We are respecting social distancing, so all the kids are very spread out in the program space, and that expanded space has really helped with that. And then our facilities team, as I mentioned, they've just done an incredible job helping us maintain hygiene, cleaning doorknobs, more actively. We have a lot of hand sanitizer and soap, and we're just really conscientious of hygiene as we're working with the kids.
You got the extra space just in time.
Yeah, I know.
Katie, thanks for being with us today. Keep up the good work. It's a tough time for everybody. But
Yeah, thanks, you guys.
We'll get through it.
And thanks to you for all you do, Katie. Boy, it's a facility, one of its kind in South Central Wisconsin. Great to see you, and hope to see you in person soon.
Yeah, soon.
Stay safe.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Katie.
guys.
Just about everything has been canceled this summer, but one tradition returns.
The 15th season of Rooftop Cinema returns to MMoCA Fridays in August. We'll get the complete rundown, and we'll tell you how you can enjoy a movie under the stars coming up after Chris's First Warn forecast.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it around my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginneker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes, and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on, and it was good to go.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth today by ordering Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you. I'm possible at Herzing.
Well, take a look at this. You're watching Claire and Jamie's first dance as a married couple in Scotland. Claire gives her phone to her mother-in-law to capture the magic moment. However, Jamie's mom accidentally starts recording herself without realizing it.
Oh, no.
What is usually a hilarious fail turns into an unfiltered look at the pure, raw emotion of a mother's love.
Aww.
Tears fall down her face as she watches her little boy, all grown up, dancing with his bride on his wedding day.
Oh, that's an even better video to have. That's so precious.
Yeah, that is precious.
Oh,
breaking the internet.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right, Chris. A little tear there? No.
No tears yet. Just a dab of sweat starting to come down.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, we're going to see that humidity start to creep on in as we go towards the weekend, along with some chances for showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong by Sunday. We're timing it all out, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Now, a WISC TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
Normally, this weekend would be the annual back-to-school celebration hosted by 100 Black Men of Madison. For 26 years, 100 Black Men have been providing children with backpacks filled with school supplies and a party to kick off the start of the school year. It's one of our community's best back-to-school traditions. Of course, it's not normal, and that includes returning to school. At the same time, the needs of our kids are even greater. But 100 Black Men is there again. The esteemed organization is changing the back-to-school celebration from an event to a process. Project 3000 will be a year-long effort to help more than 3,000 families adapt to distance learning and get access to technology tools and services to make the most of virtual learning. We are impressed with 100 Black Men of Madison's ability to pivot so quickly and smartly. This is critically important for our kids. Your support is welcome.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is wholly words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing? Or
it absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
This is our moment to build a new American economy for our families and for our communities. When we spend taxpayers' money, we should use it to buy American products and support American jobs. It's time to help small businesses. We'll purchase clean energy technologies to fight climate change and enhance national security. We have to invest in what the jobs and industries of tomorrow are going to be. We have a great opportunity to build back and build back better. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We've been talking this week about how temperatures have gradually gotten warmer just about each and every single day. And the reason for that is we've had high pressure just towards our south, really right around the Chicago area. That's been sending our winds out of the south. That's added more moisture and more instability to the skies. That's why we've seen a lot of these clouds pop up in the afternoon as well. But we're also going to be watching this warm front. That's going to be working its way on in from the south and west in time. And what that'll do is help spark off some added showers and thunderstorms. We're actually seeing that right around central Iowa right now. That'll gradually begin to dissipate, so I'm not expecting any impacts for us. The day that I'm watching closely, though, for some stronger showers or thunderstorms, that comes our direction as we move into Sunday. Anywhere from the Dakotas through the Twin Cities, all the way through north and central Wisconsin, we're going to be watching that potential for strong, severe thunderstorms, especially Sunday afternoon. That being said, we're dry for the rest of this evening. Enjoy that. Get outside if you can. 77 is where the temperature stands in Madison. Janesville is at 79. We're also at 77 in Lone Rock and Mineral Point. We're at 82, though, as you work your way over towards Boscobel. Dew points are also into the 50s, so that's kept that air feeling relatively dry. In fact, check it out. The humidity is only at 46%. We'll take it, that's for sure. As we go through the rest of the afternoon and into tonight, look for those overnight lows cooling down right around 58 degrees or so. A lot of us will be into the mid-50s tomorrow morning, but then by lunchtime, we're already tomorrow at lunch where we are right now during the peak heating of the afternoon. My expectation is that temperatures certainly make it into the lower and perhaps even some low to mid 80s as we move into tomorrow, especially with that strong southerly wind. Now we're at early Friday or early Saturday morning, rather. Here's at least a little chance to see some showers and thunderstorms. But as we truly get this big push of warmer air that's arriving by the weekend, that's where we're going to see that best chance for your showers and thunderstorms. So Saturday night, I'm watching closely, but I'm also watching Sunday evening closely. That, by the way, is the same day that I just highlighted for that severe weather potential. Check it out. Sunday's temperatures will be well above normal, likely in the upper 80s, close to 90, but even still, our humidity is going to be incredible. So while the forecast high for Sunday is at 87, I'll go ahead and tell you that the heat index for Sunday will likely set up somewhere between 90 and 95. So you will be sweating on Sunday. You'll likely keep those days around. This is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from August 12th through August 16th. We are looking at temperatures well above normal, with a strong probability of those temperatures staying above normal for a bit for much of the country, but especially the Great Lakes and the upper Midwest. That is one thing that we are bringing back after the cooler than normal temperatures that we started this week with. By the way, by the time we get you towards Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week, we will have a chance for showers and thunderstorms each and every single day, but it's one of those things where it's a slight chance. It doesn't rain every day, but every afternoon you could see those showers and thunderstorms that pop up. So keep that in mind. But the best chance for showers and storms is going to be Saturday and then Sunday night into Monday.
We could use a little bit of rain, couldn't we?
Yeah, we can. It's kind of dry. Thank you, Chris. Well, tomorrow night is your first chance this month to grab a blanket or a couple of chairs and watch a movie on top of the M-Mocha rooftop.
Jim Krell is the curator of the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art's Rooftop Cinema, and he joins us now. Hi, Jim. Good to see you.
Hello. How are you? Thank you for having me.
This is good news that this is coming back. Tell us how it's going to work.
It's going to work. You know, we'll follow the current Dane County guidelines of 25 people for an outdoor gathering. So there'll be small screenings, but we hope people will be able to come and enjoy. The first night is sold out tomorrow night, and then tickets are available through the MMOCA website through Eventbrite. So people can come and bring their own blankets or chairs and enjoy the movie each Friday this August.
Can you bring refreshments, or are they for sale? Or
there's Fresco is next door, and we're trying to work out that to have refreshments available through them.
What kind of films are you showing?
A range of documentary and animation and experimental films. So this is my third year programming, and I usually start off with more accessible documentary, and then the series gets more eccentric and weird through the course of the month. So the first night, tomorrow night, is Desolation Center, which is a documentary about the punk movement in the 80s in Los Angeles, and some organizers who went out into the desert to promote some concerts out in the middle of nowhere because they were getting harassed by the LA police. And not only is it interesting for the footage of some great punk bands from the time like Minutemen and Sonic Youth, but also for its impact. The documentary argues that it had an influence on things like Coachella and Burning Man and Lollapalooza, because Perry Farrell showed up at some of the later events and definitely cited it as an influence. So it's a pretty interesting documentary if you're interested in the music of the time.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
So it's not mainstream movies by any means. I mean, you're an art gallery.
Right, and then as the series goes on, it gets more sort of art house or experimental. The second week is The Wolf House, an animated film from Chile, where the loose plot is about a woman escaping a cult in Chile and finds a house in the middle of a forest. And the animation style is basically within the set of this house, the walls evolve like evolving graffiti, painting on the walls. So some scenes are done that way, and then the two-dimensional paintings emerge as puppets, and some scenes are done as puppet animation, step animation. So kind of a head trip and a good time if you're into that kind of thing.
How can people make reservations?
Right, through the Momoka website, there's a link to an Eventbrite page, and they can make reservations. Like I said, the first night right now is sold out with a waiting list, but there are still tickets available for the Wolf House and the remaining films.
And that's mmoka.org?
Yes.
Okay.
And the descriptions of the films are there as well, I assume?
Correct. You could just click on the events link, and you'll see another link for Rooftop Cinema.
All right. Jim, thanks for being with us today. The tradition
Thank you
lives
for
on.
having me.
Yes,
It's
good to
nice.
see you, Jim. Thanks so much.
It's a beautiful space. I was married there 3
I was
weeks ago.
just going to say, that's where you got married.
All right, there's more to come at 4.
Later on, we'll get your pet questions answered by Dr. Carrie Donahue. We'll let you know when it's time to call in. And coming up tonight at 5, hear from a group of medical professionals asking state lawmakers to keep the state's mask mandate and to enforce it. That's at 5.
Welcome to the all-new Dwellings.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy-efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Blackhawk has helped me be able to pursue fire science. I've always wanted to give back to not only my own community, but to other people that might have helped me along the way. My instructors, they know how to joke around with us and have a good time, make our training not just our training where it's boom, 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 but it's also oh, we're having a good time while we're learning something that we love to do. I don't think the passion will ever go away for having to go on a call or going to help people.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
This order could be more than an order. This order could be the first one you've actually had time for in longer than you can remember. Or this order could be a reason to leave the house today. Whatever this order is for you, we'll be here to take it.
Take a break and enjoy a fresh beef quarter pounder with cheese and pair it with a $1 any size soft drink. Available every day, all day, only at McDonald's.
Dwellings, Madison's best kept $150 secret. Now open in Fitchburg.
Tonight at 5, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway calling for an end to gun violence in the city. Plus, how a multi-million-dollar initiative is helping black families become homeowners.
As we head toward the weekend, temperatures will be warmer and humidity levels will be on the rise, leading to a few thunderstorm chances. My first warn forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, community members want UW to close a road at the Arboretum to vehicle traffic again to allow bikers and runners to safely exercise during the pandemic. That story and more at 6.
Here's a live look downtown at the Capitol. It's almost been the same shot every day this week.
I think it's frozen.
It might be stuck. No, just kidding. But the warm-up is slowly beginning. Ceremonies were held in Hiroshima, Japan today to mark the 75th anniversary of the world's first atomic bomb attack.
A few days after the tragedy, the U.S. dropped a second nuclear bomb on Nagasaki, forcing the Japanese to surrender and ending World War II.
Each year, there are fewer survivors left. Ramy Inocencio met with one who has spent 3/4 of a century on a quest to rid the world of nuclear weapons.
The mushroom cloud rose menacingly over Hiroshima 75 years ago today, an event seared into world history, and more so in the mind of Toshiko Tanaka. She was right under that cloud, just 6 years old, and miraculously survived.
I remember the horror of that day. Blinding light like thousands of strobe lights, my body thrown to the ground.
At 81, she says she's been blessed to live. Her mission now, banning all nuclear weapons.
75 years after surviving the bombing, I'm all the more determined to help rid the world of nuclear arms.
What became Hiroshima's ground zero was once its humming commercial district of Nakajima, with city hall, restaurants, and cafes. Tanaka, pictured here with her father, lived close by. But on August 6, 1945, the Enola Gay Super Fortress bomber dropped its payload on the city, a 5-ton nuclear bomb nicknamed Little Boy. The atom bomb exploded just a third of a mile over this river, killing an estimated 80,000 people instantly and leveling about 90% of the city. But that building, now known as the Atomic Bomb Dome, was one of the few things left standing. A testament to the tragedy of war, it now stands aligned with tributes to peace. The Peace Flame and Peace Memorial Museum, newly renovated in time for the 75th anniversary. Dimmed rooms spotlight the day of the bombing. Irradiated artifacts tell the stories of those who died in an instant. Torn clothes, a tricycle, a lunch never eaten. Photographs of burn victims hang on the walls, next to artwork by survivors. Through her own artwork, Tanaka still processes that fateful day 75 years ago.
The United States bombed your city. Do you have any criticism for America?
We were full of rage at first, but once we saw the Americans, it was clear they were just like us.
Years later, she even met Clifton Truman Daniel, grandson of President Harry Truman, who ordered the bombing.
There will be a time in the future when there are no more surviving Hiroshima victims. What do you want the world to remember?
Eliminating nuclear weapons is the path to peace, ensuring this tragedy is never repeated.
And Tanaka manages one last line in English.
Please make many friends from other countries. When you do so, you are moving the world towards peace.
A remarkable woman who survived a nuclear bombing, yet still has peace in her heart. Ramy Inocencio, Hiroshima, Japan.
What a wonderful story.
That is a remarkable woman. The power of forgiveness, to have the capacity to do that, it's amazing.
And how she survived.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, incredible.
Well, is your kitty a little cranky? Is Fido feeling down? Now's the time to get your pet questions answered.
When we come back, Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care in Madison will join us. She's standing by to take your calls. Call now if you have a question, 270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like Emily lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh, my A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds. Oh!
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk.
Oh?
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh.
Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 1-month or 3-month prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
At Pick and Save, we give you more ways to save on the fresh you love, like the Pick and Save app. It combines personalized coupons, fuel points, and weekly sales for the best deals. From meat to fruits and veggies to milk to whatever is in that. We've always given you more ways to save, and now those savings are even better than ever. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Watching traffic for you on a little Friday. Here we're still seeing green on the Beltline. That is what we certainly like to see. Those average speeds are anywhere from 60 to 65 miles per hour. Around Capitol Square and then back throughout campus, we still see what we would typically see around this time of the day. Still outbound on Fish Hatchery right between West Wash and Park Street, or on Park Street between West Wash and Fish Hatchery. We are seeing a little bit of slowdown activity there. Otherwise, folks, routes are cruising along at their posted speeds with no crashes or delays.
All right, Chris, thank you. 14-year-old Angel Martinez's parents are using tough love to teach him a lesson after he took the family car for a high-speed joyride. They literally kicked him to the curb. The Phoenix, Arizona teenager has been relocated to his driveway with all of his possessions. 100% of the contents of his bedroom are now in the driveway, free to anybody who wants the stuff. While Angel isn't exactly kicked out of the house, he'll be sleeping on the sofa for a while because someone claimed his bedroom set.
Is that his dad over on the side,
yes,
keeping an eye on things there?
Everything, it's all gone.
Oh.
Kick to the curb. All right, it's time to get your pet questions answered live.
The number to call is 270-9933. Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care joins us. Hi, Carrie.
Hello.
Oh, and there's Poppy.
There's Poppy
with us.
All right, we have calls for you, so you're doing well, I hope?
Yes, very well, thank you.
All right, great. Let's start with Renee in Madison. Hi, Renee, what's your question? Renee, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, what's your question?
Yes, my question is, my dog Gisla, I take her out for a walk, but she has this tiny little black bump on the side of her, and I've been trying to scrape it off, but she won't let me. Is there anything, animal or any bugs that can bury inside my dog's skin?
Yeah, that's something that it's really hard to tell what that might be. I would say probably a visit to your veterinarian just to see if they might be able to tell you what that would possibly be.
Yeah, bumps can be a
all
lot of
sorts of
different things, right?
Right, exactly.
Get it checked out.
All right, let's go to Alice in Marshall. Hi, Alice, what's your question?
Hi, we have a husky. My granddaughter's allergic, seriously. She's taking allergy shots for dogs, but is there any shampoo or any food or any pills or anything I can give the dog so it would decrease the shedding of the allergen?
That's a really good question, and it's something that, you know, a lot of people suffer from allergies, myself included, to animal dander. So I really think that there are some shampoos that are available, and I would say probably frequent bathing would be a good part of just kind of controlling the hair loss and the dander that might come up. So bathing the dog frequently, and, you know, that's probably the best thing that you can do to control any shedding.
You're allergic to dogs?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to Crystal in Cottage Grove. Hi, Crystal. What's your question?
Hi. I have a cat who just seems to really like to pee on the comforter. And I've already taken him to the doctor. I mean, he's fine within him. He just likes to pee on my son's comforter on his bed.
Man, that's a shame. And sometimes cats get into that habit, you know, where they find something outside of the litter box that they like to urinate on, and then they just kind of continue to do that. So, you know, the best thing to do might be providing more litter boxes, just more options for your cat to use that might not be the comforter, and potentially removing the comforter from where your cat is able to go, just so it's not tempting for them to urinate on it.
So some kind of spray you could put on, some repellent?
You know, there actually is a repellent, and the company Nature's Miracle makes a repellent that you can spray on materials. I have heard mixed reviews about that sort of thing, but it's, you know, it might be something that you could try.
Oh, yeah, it's worth checking out. All right, let's go to Madison, to Tasha in Madison. Hi, Tasha. What's your question?
Hi. I have a 6-month-old kitty, and it keeps getting into the fiberglass in the basement, and I was wondering, like, what's our issue with eating fiberglass, and what is the harm of it?
Well, it can't be good.
It's a cat eating fiberglass in the basement.
Yeah, it's like every morning I'm waking up and I'm seeing pieces of fiberglass over the floor, and I followed her, and she's in the basement digging the fiberglass, you know, and one morning she woke up like with a scar on her lip. And I Googled it, and that's what it was. It was a fiberglass.
Okay, yeah, that's something that you would have to worry about. So if at all possible, trying to make sure that your cat is not able to get at the fiberglass, because that could potentially be a serious problem.
All right. We have time for one more call. We'll go to April in Whitewater. Hi, April.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
My question is, I just recently adopted 2 different cats from 2 different backgrounds and 2 different ages. How can I help them become more socially compatible to each other and accepting of one another?
You're not getting along, I assume.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Yeah, that's a great thing. I would say probably the #1 thing that I would recommend is a product called Feline Pheromones. And the name of the company that makes probably the top pheromone is called Feline. And you can get it in a collar form, you can get it as a spray or as a plug-in. But the pheromones make cats feel like everything is okay, and it really helps cats to adapt well to living with each other.
How do you spell that? What is it called again?
Feline is the name of the actual cat pheromone. It's Feliway.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that might be very helpful.
All right, we're out of time. Thanks for everyone for calling in. Carrie, thank you for your time.
Thanks so much.
See you next month.
Bye, Poppy.
Bye, Poppy. Poppy's had enough.
She's so cute.
We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
When you have depression, it can plunge you into deep, dark lows and can leave you feeling extremely sad and disinterested. Overwhelmed by bipolar depression? Ask about Vraylar. Not all types of depression should be treated the same. Vraylar effectively helps relieve all symptoms of bipolar depression with just 1 pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Nausea, restlessness, and movement dysfunction are common side effects. When bipolar depression overwhelms, ask how Vraylar can help.
A1 Furniture and Mattress on Stoughton Road is now open, featuring affordable in-stock name brands for every room, with a huge selection that's hard to beat. That's why we're A1, locally owned and operated since 1980.
We're going to see those temperatures warm up to the low 80s moving into your Friday. That sets the stage for showers and thunderstorms to come our direction at different points throughout the day on Saturday, but Saturday itself will not be a washout. We'll also watch Sunday night into Monday for some stronger chances for showers and thunderstorms, and then an off and on chance just about each and every day throughout next week with temperatures in the 80s. We'll be right back after this.